Have you ever visited a place more than once, only to realize that each visit reveals a completely different story? That was exactly our experience with the magnificent Templo de Santo Domingo de Guzman in the heart of Oaxaca, Mexico. Our first encounter was during the day. Like so many visitors, we stood in front of its grand facade, simply taking it all in. The church rises above the city like a monument frozen in time. Its warm green cantera stone glowing beneath the Oaxacan sun, although it was a bit gloomy that evening. Every carved detail seemed intentional, every statue watching silently over the plaza below. The building itself commands your attention before you even step inside. Construction of the Santo Domingo began in 1575 under the Dominican order and took nearly 2 centuries to complete. Through colonial rule, wars, occupations, devastating earthquakes, and countless restorations, this church has remained one of the most treasured landmarks in all of Mexico. It's not merely an architectural masterpiece, it is a witness to history. As beautiful as the exterior was, we decided to return that evening to attend Mass. And little did we know, the experience inside would leave an even greater impression. The moment the massive wooden doors opened, we stepped from the bustling streets of Oaxaca into a sanctuary unlike anything we had imagined. Our eyes were immediately drawn upward. Every inch of the interior seemed to shimmer. The ceilings, arches, altars, and columns were adorned with elaborate gold leaf, creating an atmosphere that felt almost heavenly. The craftsmanship was astonishing. Intricate Baroque carvings covered nearly every surface, each one telling stories of faith, sacrifice, hope, and devotion. Unlike many churches where beauty exists in isolated pieces, Santo Domingo feels like one continuous work of art. There is no empty space, and every corner has purpose, every ornament carries symbolism, and every detail reflects centuries of artistic excellence. Throughout the sanctuary stand sacred images of Jesus Christ, the Blessed Virgin Mary, Saint Dominic, and other Dominican saints whose lives shaped the spiritual mission of this place. Side chapels invite quiet prayer, while the magnificent main altar serves as a visual spiritual centerpiece of the church. What struck us most was the balance between grandeur and humility. Despite the incredible wealth of gold and ornate decoration, the church didn't feel extravagant, it felt reverent. The gold wasn't there to glorify people, it was there to symbolize the glory of God. The following day brought an experience we could never have planned. We returned once again, this time for the wedding of our dear friends. Everything felt different. Without the crowds, without tourists, moving from chapel to chapel, we had the opportunity to quietly admire details we had overlooked the night before. The massive columns, the intricate woodwork, the hand-carved confessionals, the delicate religious icons, and the breathtaking ceiling became even more remarkable in the stillness of the moment. As the choir sang, incense drifted through the air and parishioners knelt in prayer. The building reminded us that this was never intended to be a museum. After more than 4 centuries, it continues to serve the same purpose it always has, a place where people seek comfort, celebrate milestones, and strengthen their faith. Watching our friends exchange vows beneath one of the most magnificent church interiors in the Americas gave the ceremony an almost timeless quality. Surrounded by centuries of history and faith, their promises became part of a tradition that has united families here for generations. It reminded us that buildings become truly meaningful not because of their architecture alone, but because of the moments they witness. For us, Santo Domingo wasn't simply another beautiful church to photograph. It became a place experienced in 3 completely different ways. First, through admiration, then through worship, and finally, through celebration. And each visit revealed another layer of its extraordinary soul. The day after the wedding, We thought we had already experienced the very best of Santo Domingo. We couldn't have been more wrong. Adjacent to the church sits the Museo de las Culturas de Oaxaca, housed inside the former Dominican monastery that once served as home to generations of friars. From the outside, it appears elegant but understated. We expected an interesting museum. Instead, we found ourselves walking through one of the most impressive architectural spaces we've ever visited. Crossing the threshold felt like entering another world. Long stone corridors stretched before us beneath graceful archways. Every hallway seemed to lead to another courtyard, another gallery, another staircase inviting us to continue exploring. Light poured through open cloisters, casting beautiful shadows across centuries-old stone floors that countless monks once walked. Almost immediately, one thought crossed our minds. This feels like the Vatican. Not because it was identical, but because it carried that same overwhelming sense of history, artistry, and quiet grandeur. The proportions of the hallways, the rhythm of the arches, the monumental staircases, and the peaceful courtyards created an atmosphere that was both inspiring and humbling. Then we looked up. The vaulted ceilings were breathtaking. Their elegant geometry, remarkable craftsmanship, and soaring height instantly reminded us of the Sistine Chapel, not because they were covered in Michelangelo's paintings, but because they possessed the same ability to make you stop walking, look upward, and simply admire what human hands were capable of creating centuries ago. Sometimes architecture doesn't need elaborate decoration. Its beauty is found in proportion, craftsmanship, light, and scale. As we wandered deeper into the museum, Oaxaca's story unfolded before us. The galleries traced thousands of years of civilization, from the ancient Zapotec and Mixtec cultures through the Spanish colonial period and into modern Mexico. Beautiful pottery, ceremonial masks, finely crafted jewelry, stone sculptures, textiles, codices, and archaeological discoveries each tell part of a larger story. Among the museum's most celebrated treasures are artifacts discovered in the famous Tomb 7 at Monte Alban, including extraordinary Mixtec gold turquoise mosaics and exquisitely crafted ornaments that demonstrate the remarkable sophistication of these ancient civilizations. What impressed us wasn't simply the rarity of these objects. It was realizing how advanced these cultures were, masters of engineering, astronomy, and agriculture, mathematics, and artistic expression long before European contact. Every exhibit deepened our appreciation for Oaxaca. The museum itself became part of the experience. Windows framed views of the surrounding mountains, while open balconies overlooked the city below. Quiet courtyards filled with fountains created moments of reflection between galleries. Every turn offered another photograph waiting to happen. Just beyond the monastery lies the Jardín Etnobotanico de Oaxaca, a living showcase of the region's extraordinary biodiversity, and walking through the gardens felt like reading the landscape of Oaxaca itself. Towering cacti, ancient agaves, medicinal plants, flowering trees, and species found nowhere else demonstrated how deeply the people of Oaxaca have always been connected to the land. These weren't simply decorative gardens, they told the story of survival, agriculture, medicine, art, and culture. As we explored, one feeling kept returning: surprise. We came to Oaxaca expecting incredible food, world-class mezcal, colorful streets, vibrant markets, and rich traditions. We certainly found all those, but we never expected to discover architecture that evoked memories of Europe's great cathedrals and museums, or a monastery whose beauty rivaled places we had visited around the world. It reminded us that some of the world's greatest treasures aren't always the ones that dominate travel brochures or bucket lists. Sometimes they're quietly waiting in places that continue to preserve their history with humility and pride. Oaxaca exceeded every expectation we had. Its beauty isn't loud, it's layered. It's revealed slowly through its churches, its museums, its gardens, its people, and its stories. And perhaps that's why it leaves such a lasting impression.
From a cultural
Because long after you've admired the architecture and photographed the scenery, what stays with you is a realization that what you've experienced, a place where history, faith, art, and culture don't simply coexist. They become one. Oaxaca didn't just show us its past, it invited us to become part of its story. Thank you for watching. Peace and blessings. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more.